What's good YouTube? It's your boy, the Bill God. You feel me? And today we got consecutive daily uploads. You feel me? I've been in the builder, man. And today we got a build for people that want to play the game a little different, man. I repeat, this might not be meta, but if you want to have a genuinely unique play style and it be OP, it's gonna be the build gonna be OP. You're gonna see right away, like, what the fuck? Like, it's hella unconventional, bro. So today we got a PJ Tucker build. Now this build is inspired by let me find the YouTuber. I was watching this video this morning. I don't really like the way that he made the build. Um, but okay, yeah, his name is Becton99. Y'all go sub to his YouTube channel. He made a PJ Tucker build, and basically, so he made a 6'5" power forward. Now, in this game, um, obviously, and no 2K has a 6'5" power forward been something that's viable, right? So, um, in this game, obviously nobody really misses, so the rebounding aspect of the game is less important, and so real center builds, they're not as much relied upon, like 99 rebound. In this game you can get away with an ADD board, minimum O board, much like some of the older 2Ks like 2K17, 2K18, because the shooting is just so good. And so um, having OP shooting gives you a competitive advantage. So I'm just like, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, this build, I'm not really liking his build too much. Like, it's interesting, it's a different idea, but I'm just thinking about, okay, so how could this be viable? And so I'm looking at the builder. Obviously, 6'5", that's how you get, that's the tallest height that you can get a max three. So this build is basically a max three power forward. Um, yeah, so basically it's just a power forward with 99.3. Um, and the main interesting thing about this build is y'all can see you're gonna be able to have a 94 speed. Now think about who you're gonna be matching up against. Um, if y'all play this game, if y'all play Rec specifically, y'all know how crazy having a speed advantage is. Like, you're going against big man with 70 speed, 65 speed, 62 speed. You know, this build is going to be, you see the rebounding, hella low. Um, I cracked the code a little bit. I got y'all a little hack. That's what I'm gonna call it. It's a hack to where you can play even if they line you up at the center, you should be good. You're gonna get snagged on. Don't, but you have to play to your strengths. And this build definitely has some crazy strengths. And the main things are going to be, you're going to be way more skilled, you're going to be way faster, and obviously you're going to be an elite shooter. So let's get into it, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and reset this. Give me a second. I'm gonna get the stats pulled up. Um, but yeah, y'all, this build is crazy. So off rip, we're gonna go 92 on the speed. 92 on the speed. So like I said, y'all, you're gonna be going against bigs with 60 speed, 65 speed, 70 speed, the fastest power forwards on this game. 79 speed. My 6'11", KD with black forces, KD with white forces, both at 79 speed. You have a 92. If I win against this build, I'm not going to be able to keep up with it on the fast break. He's going to be zooming down the court. You're going to be faster than 90% of point guards on this game. Keep that in mind. So when you leaking out on that break for that three-pointer, that corner three, it's cash money. You're going to be wide open, like literally wide open. So we're going to go 84 on the agility. Now that's going to be tied to this here, 80. So you're going to have 87 on the perimeter. This is going to be able to be cap broke up to a 96. So at some point you will be able to get on ball on Hall of Fame on this build. But not right away. We're going to go 60 on the strength. That's going to get you strong handle and physical finisher. We're going to go 80 on the vert for posterizer gold. So yeah, like, I ain't even really put stats on this build, but as like based off what I'm saying, y'all should know a little something about how this build is, y'all. So We're gonna get to the finishing aspect. We're gonna go 88 on the dunk. Now this can get cap broke to 93, as y'all see the max potential 93. It's gonna be able to get to a 93. Um, with 2 cap breakers, mind you, not 5. We're gonna go 70 for physical finisher, just a little something extra. Um, it's nice to be able to get a little slide by animation here or there, but it's nothing real important. It's just the driving dunk drags it up so much, you might as well get it. We're gonna go 55 on the standing dunk. Doesn't get you nothing, but I believe in standing dunk. I try to get it as high as I can on every build. Um, yeah, so when you're on fast breaks, when you're under the rim, you can get a standing dunk. I would like to have this maxed at a 64, but couldn't get it done. We're gonna go 94. So I have 5 cap breakers. A lot of you have 5 cap breakers. I base a lot of my builds around an initial 5 cap breakers. If you have less, that's fine. You can still make this build work. Um, all of the first 5 cap breakers are going to 3-point for a 99-3 and all the shooting badges on Legend. Pretty self-explanatory. We're gonna go 77 pass accuracy for D Fox pass style. All right. With 4 cap breaks, you can get this to an 85 for bailout and versatile on gold. So keep that in mind. You're gonna be able to pass pretty good with this build. We're gonna go 81 on the speed with ball. So there's no way to really glitch out the ball handle, the speed with ball with this height. But this is my theory. This is not my priority right away because it's just not really super important. But if you put +5 on this, you get an 86, right? You get gold lightning launch. With +2, you can get legend lightning launch on a big man build. Obviously this is a big man build. Y'all haven't seen how it is, but legend lightning launch at the power forward position. Okay, so that's pretty crazy. It's a possibility. You don't have to do that. You could just rock out with silver. You can +2 at the Hall of Fame. You can do whatever you want to do. I just thought that would be interesting to leave it on there, and so I probably would do that at some point. I think that that's pretty interesting, and I'm just trying to make a weird, funky little build. So we're gonna go 80 on the interior. The reason why we're going 80 on the interior is because this is a big. You need to be able to guard bigs in the paint. They're going to see that you're small. They're going to try to abuse you. You need to have something. On most builds, you really don't even need interior. But this build doesn't get a high block rating. We're maxing the block out at a 62. That's ass. That's not good. It'll be doable. You don't get high flying denier. You don't really get animations. You're going to get fucked up. Probably by 7-4s, builds where you have to jump at them to contest them. I don't know how viable this is, so just keep that in mind. Obviously, the perimeter defense is going to be high. You're going to have challenger gold, and Hall of Fame actually, because you get it at a 95, and this build gets 96. So just keep that in mind. But the reason why we're going 80 is because it's the highest we can get without wasting attributes on strength, because I don't believe in strength. Not important at all to me. Doesn't really do anything. Strength doesn't do anything. It only affects post defense. Nobody posts up. You shouldn't be posting up on this build. So, 75 on the D board. It's the highest you can get. 73 on the O board. And let's see what stat I missed. Did I miss a stat? Do we have extra? 92. Oh yeah, and then the last stat, we're going 60 on the steel. So this will be able to get cap broke to I think 85 or 86. I don't care about steel, but it's nice to have interceptor on bronze. So let's get to the cap breaker screen. I'll explain the build specialization, the badges that you get, what you should be upgrading. You made a 2-way 3-level shot creator, shades of Kawhi. Interesting, the strengths. Dangerous pick and pop option. With a 99-3, you're more than dangerous. Moves like a wing, facts. poster threat and transition, you will be efficient mid-range scorer. That's one thing. The mid-range is not crazy high, but you still can if you tempo. Uh, and not a strong screen setter. You will not be able to really set screens with this build.
Okay.
That is another
Need yes
thing
men right now. I
that
need
strength
you
is
to be on
tied
it.
to outside of post. I don't set screens anyway, so
Actually, I'm trying to go hoop
my
in the city
team
for a
runs
little
more of
bit.
a
But hey,
wrapping type style. We're taking advantage of fast breaks, speed, things like that. So, cat break screen. We're going +5 to 3 point to 99. Build specialization on rebounding. Now, as you can see, the rebounding is maxed out. So you're like, why would you do rebounding? As you guys know, you can upgrade physicals if there's you can upgrade physicals as well as the category. So if you pick any category, you could upgrade the physicals too. So since there's nothing on offense, in this case it was cheaper to upgrade the physicals um than to upgrade the O board. Like if I would have put the O board down and try to cat break it, it wasn't worth it. So what we're doing is we're putting 2 on the speed, right? And we gotta go rebounding build specialization because we're at power forward. If you play rec, you really need to have unless you're playing threes on the park and you got a center, you need to have this rebounding specialization so that you can get rebound checks on gold, right? You're gonna +2 that to gold, and then you're gonna +1 the box out beast to gold, and then you're gonna be cool, y'all. Literally, you're good. That's the hack for this build. You got this low rebounding, but as y'all know, like 80 is more than fine. O board doesn't even matter. But it's nice to have it maxed. So with gold box out beast, gold rebound chaser, and it being permanent, right? Because you grinded the build specialization, you got it done. It's one of the easier ones to do. And you don't even have to wait to have these stats because they're already maxed out, right? So you got good rebounding, right? You put that shit to a 94, you're fast as fuck, bruh. You're fast as hell. You are fast as hell. Um, so yeah, that's where the 2 points are going. 94. Like I said, 5 cat breakers, 99.3. Other options, +5 to speed with ball for 86, so you can get legend lightning launch with your max +2. Early on, you might want to look at this driving dunk. You can get to a 93 for gold posterizer. Um, if you don't care about rebounding and you want to do another build specialization, maybe you do the dunking, the finishing category, and then you +2 this, and then have a permanent posterizer and other badges. Uh, Defense, you're gonna want to look at this right here. With 2, you get on ball minutes gold. With 3, you get Challenger gold. With 4, you get Challenger Hall of Fame. And with 5 upgrades, you get on ball Hall of Fame and all the other things I just mentioned. Right here, we got 13, 18, 22, 26. That gets you to an 86 steal. That's going to get you Interceptor gold and glove on silver. Interceptor gold is very good. You know, so this could potentially, yeah, this build, man. This build is freaking interesting. I'm very, very tempted to make this. I honestly would make this right now. I just don't want to spend no more money on the game, honestly. But man, this build, y'all, is fucking interesting, bro. Like, y'all can say whatever y'all want. Y'all can say it's ass. Y'all can say it's not comp, bro. You can't tell me if you're a big, slow, big that this ain't gonna be a nightmare to go against, bro. On the offensive end, you're not gonna be able to guard this. Not only can you not guard it dribbling wise, right? They can rim run. Obviously, you could tweak this build to not have no capability, right, of the lightning launch on legend, and you could go 75 and 85 ball handle. I made that version of it too, and I'll do that for y'all here in a second. But on the offensive end, um, bruh, you're not hanging with this, bruh. Even with the 6'11", bruh, it's just 99.3, dog. With that speed, um. So yeah, let's get back into it. I want to remake this build. Um, where you at? Yeah, delete. So I'm gonna give y'all a version with better ball handling. Before I get y'all out of here, y'all can get a little glimpse of how I make my builds and the logic and stuff. So this is gonna go down because that's tied to that. um, 75, right? Okay, so we're already seeing that's the reason why I did it because I want to have high speed and the speed drags up the speed ball. So we're already seeing the logic here. Um, so we can easily get to an 80. Um, Probably gonna have to sacrifice some things here. So boom, bam. Yeah, so we're already having to sacrifice a lot. Um, so yeah, y'all are seeing the logic and why I'm doing what I'm doing. Yeah, so basically, it's doable. Um, but you'll have to sacrifice a lot from what makes this build good. I think this is pretty close to how I was doing things before. Yeah, yeah. So I would try to some way get this to a 60. Yeah, bam. Yeah, so here's a little alternative build. I just cooked it up for you guys real quick. Obviously, this isn't exactly how I would make it because I like to spend a little bit more time, being a little bit more meticulous. But if you wanted to have a little bit better dribble sigs, um, even because you want that 86 ball handle for real, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, yeah. See, so you got to sacrifice a lot, but yeah, y'all seen what I just made with the 85. But if you wanted the ankle assassin on silver, um, but yeah, yeah, I just gave y'all a couple little alternatives, a little bit of the logic in the build. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna keep it up with the daily uploads, man. As long as y'all keep supporting, man. We trying to go up, man. This shit is fun, bro. I really enjoy doing this, as y'all could tell. And honestly, I might make this build, man. I must be stopped. I only got two more slots left, bro. Literally, got to be stopped. But that shit look fun, y'all. But yeah, y'all boys have a good day, man.